it's Liv, and I'm back this week with another technique session. I wanted to build on what we did a couple of weeks ago in your living rooms. So outside this time, I've done all these in my local park, and I've done them so as to follow the format we usually do in an AR session. So we start off with some dynamic stretching and then move into some slightly more technical drills, some high tempo stuff, and a few bounds and plyo stuff at the end as well. You can do this as part of your run, so as part of your warm-up. So I would do 5-10 minute easy jog like we do with AR, then go into your dynamic stretching and your drills, and then maybe finish with some strides and bounding. You can do maybe 10 minutes of the drills, you can do the whole thing before your run as part of a warm-up, or if you like, you can do 3 sets of each drill. So really do a really good drill session, and that can be your session. So I think we sometimes forget that actually all that drill work and all that focus technique work, it's really a session in itself. So don't be afraid to do that if you fancy a change. So as I say, we start with some dynamic stretching. So all these things you'll be familiar with, and I'll talk through them, so hopefully you'll remember them. But really just one thing I wanted to say was really focus on your core strength and core stability and your balance and your form and posture throughout. So we don't want to compromise that for things like speed, okay, in these drills. So you want to slow everything down, break it down really, really carefully so you've got that base going, okay? So the walking high knees, the walking stretches, all of those, you really want to think about having a nice strong core and staying nice and balanced and controlled. If you get that bit right, then you can move on to the higher tempo stuff. But if you're wobbly on the initial drills and the walking slower tempo drills, then you're probably not ready to move on to the faster ones. So just remember that. If you've got any questions, please let me know. Drop a comment below, or get in touch with me on Facebook. Enjoy. Walking knee hug, so step forward, hug your knee to your chest, hold for a couple of seconds, release and switch legs. The opposite muscle, so the walking quad stretch, step forward, hold your ankle with your hand behind you, hold for a couple of seconds and release. The walking piriformis stretch, so step forward, hold your ankle to your opposite hip, hold for a couple of seconds and release. Walking lunges, so 5 with your arms down, 5 with your arms up. Try and remember to keep a nice strong body position and not to wobble. Dynamic hamstring stretch, so nice and fluid, a couple of steps in between and just till you feel that stretch on the hamstring. Side lunge stretch, so again just go to as far as you can feel that stretch, couple of seconds, and then change sides. Walking high knees, so practicing the body position and your technique, no heel lift, just looking at keeping a nice strong core and keeping your technique nice and controlled. Next one is testing your balance a bit more. So once you get into that high knee position, you're going to go up onto your toe, hold for a couple of seconds and release. Walking B-skip, which is one we don't normally do. This is really testing your core stability and your balance and your flexibility too. So just extend to as far as you can feel that stretch, hold for a couple of seconds and release. Ankle rolls, so this is really just warming up your ankles. Your feet should be on the ground the whole time, just getting a nice fluid movement going. Lunge to heel raise, so this is combining a couple of the drills. So you're going into your lunge, and when you come up, you're going to hold up onto your toe for a couple of seconds, release and back into your lunge again. Mini bound, so focusing on height and some reaction off the ground. This is engaging your lower limb muscles. Progression from the last one, you're engaging your hamstrings a little bit more just to get a little bit more propulsion forwards. Working on your reaction time again, so a mini 2-foot bound, thinking about getting off the floor nice and quickly. A skip, so remember this is all about rhythm and using that clawing action to propel you forwards. B skip, so you're extending the lower limb to emphasize that clawing action and propel you forwards even further. This is a high knee hop and change. This really requires you to engage your core and keep nice and strong while changing legs. Regular high knee, but keeping that heel straight underneath the bum, creating that short lever. Turn at high knee, so getting into a rhythm and a little step in between each high knee. Progression from the last one, so a fast alternate high knee, thinking about engaging those fast twitch muscles super quickly. Progression, a double alternate high knee, so you really have to explode off the ground for this one. A drill for rhythm, so you've got one to the front, one to the side, one to the front, and then switch. This one into a straight leg bound, engaging the hamstrings and the glutes to propel you forwards.